body and come up with some preliminary findings at this point, give you a chance to ask questions with the understanding that this is our confidential conversation and that what you find out here you don't share.
There are certain things that we look for in forensics to give us the ability to say when the death occurred. And you have a short window to document those things. Primary one is getting a core body temperature, which was not done, and that's what's lost.
And so at that point, Dr. Carter, when we called you in, you can't.
Now, I can only go back so far because by that time, refrigeration has taken place, the body has been moved. The largest amount of marijuana that shows is what we call THC, COOH, or carboxylated, and that means it's metabolized. It hangs around the body for forever. It is not a whopping amount of drug. It was just nonsense. And so that was just completely out of bounds. There were no fractures, but I found evidence of deep bruising going all the way through the deep muscles on the back, down to the level of the ribs. So if someone has put their knee into a bag and they're grinding, that's going to actually destroy the small vessels in the muscular tissue.
Just let us know if you need a break, okay? We want to try to make sure everybody's getting the same information at the same time. If you need to step out, it's okay.
Go ahead, Siobhan, you have a question?
With that kind of scarring going to the ribs, wouldn't it be complicated for her to breathe necessarily?
It would be painful. She would have been in pain.
I mean, I've had that type of pain, and so I'm just trying to, process everything. It's not really adding up to me.
And I wanted to rule out foul play occurring consistent with hands placed on. I did examine the highway bone. It was not fractured. We generally see that when we have homicidal strangulation, where someone has their hands around the neck. That was not present here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, with homicidal death, you see things like defensive wounds. You see things like impressions in the
Correct.
skin. You didn't find any of those physical
Correct.
findings. So we have these open questions still.
Will you be able to dust for fingerprints, or have we missed that window?
That should have been done, but we don't know that they did.
We asked that question, and I was told that they hadn't done that.
I mean, there is a lot of significant and vital information that is missing. The bruising on her back and on her legs. I mean, yeah, he was on her back for a significant amount of time when she was arrested, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, it could have happened while she was sleeping. It could have happened while she was laying down her. I mean,
Sure.
There's a lot of things that are but just not add up.
As lawyers looking at this, we have to approach all possibilities and probabilities.
My question is what led to this point? I have ruled out a homicidal pain. It's not suggested with that at all, but I think this is something you're supposed to be face to face once an hour, not looking through a window and guessing. This young woman is scared and frightened, and someone is having emotional pain, physical pain, isolated, then you have some things that should be considered as being driven to. We know that someone's spirit can be broken, even in a short period of time. So sorry for your loss.